Hi, folks. Shortly after graduating from college, I found it rather strange and unsettling that despite having made my way through the world-famous U.S. education system, I was still completely unable to change a tire, balance a checkbook, or cook a meal. Oh, and a few other things on the surprisingly long list of important life skills for which school never prepared us: dating, marriage, and divorce. And so females were a completely alien species to me, a strange and unfathomable one. Unfathomable. Dating was the great unknown, and the sum total of my sexual training was my father having told me the facts of life on the way to going bowling together, followed by years of my sneaking peeks at the Playboy magazines he kept hidden under his bed. But even I realized these were fantasy women. I knew I was never going to run into a stunning, smiling blonde with enormous breasts riding a bicycle topless in my town. And if I did, what would I say to her? Hey, I like your bike. Care for a stick of gum? I didn't date much before my marriage, so after my divorce, I found myself completely unprepared for the manna from heaven I encountered: online dating. And the subsequent dating whiplash, going from my ex-wife, a woman who now wanted nothing to do with me, to women of all kinds who were very eager to date, perhaps even me. Hundreds of dates later, I found myself asking, is there a 12-step program for daters? If so, sign me up for DA, Dataholics Anonymous. Not, mind you, that I was addicted to dating. To me, dating was only a means to an end. I could stop any time I desired. No, really. I was just using it, having my way with it. The plan was that when I found my soulmate, I'd kick dating to the curb like an expired carton of milk. But I was spending so much time and energy dating that it sometimes felt like an addiction, or at least another career. If only it paid. And didn't involve so much time at Starbucks. And didn't require at the end of each meeting having to come up with a polite way to say, it's perfectly okay with me if we never see each other again for the rest of our lives. In fact, I'd prefer it. And from the number of times you're checking your watch, I'm guessing you would too, which usually emerged from my careful to be tactful mouth in this fashion: very nice meeting you. Could be my own fault. I tend to ask too many questions. I'm just naturally curious about people, especially potential life partner people. But one woman, after my coffee date with her, said it felt like she was being interviewed. I thanked her for her appearance, plugged her new movie, and broke away for a commercial. I frequently found myself wondering, why go through all the pain, the aggravation, the expense, the wasted time, over and over again? The singles websites, speed dating, singles events, personals ads, blind dates, matchmaking services, friend setups. Anyone who's done any dating longer than a few months can understandably and easily fall into a pit of romantic despair, feeling that they're wasting their time, energy, and money, and that they're never going to meet their soulmate, let alone someone with whom they're even interested in going on a second date. Romantic songs on the radio serve only to mock and depress us. Happy couples seen on greeting cards, TV, in movies, and especially in real life, only serve to twist the knife in deeper. As do friends and relatives who always have to ask, so how's your love life? So why do we do it? Why did I do it? Was I masochistic? Was I a serial dater so addicted to the process that I consciously or subconsciously never intended to settle down with just one woman? I don't think so. Oh, sure, if I had saved all the money I spent on my dates, I could have afforded a new Camry. Granted, 6 of the dates resulted in relationships, but to be honest, most of them resulted in very nice meeting you, and a thorough knowledge of lattes, frappuccinos, chais, and caramel macchiatos. My reason for doing it all became crystal clear with the first woman with whom I had a relationship following my divorce. I'm going to refer to her as Amy to protect Carol's identity. See, the spiraling down of my marriage and the subsequent divorce left me feeling doubtful about whether I was capable of giving and receiving love. I had a failed marriage, lacked Brad Pitt's looks and income, had just lost a house, had 2 young kids, shaky prospects for employment, and assorted other baggage, not exactly what one would call a catch. And yet, miraculously, none of that seemed to matter to Amy, who not only received my love, but gave it back, telling me, "You're the man I've been waiting for my whole life." I told her she needed to set the bar higher. But still, I learned that what I thought was the broken parts of me still worked. We worshipped and adored one another, and it was special, exciting, stimulating. Life-enhancing, it was absolutely magic, and it truly made all the hassle and effort and hunt and rejection and disappointment instantly worthwhile, at least until Amy decided that she did in fact desire someone with a greater income and no children to complicate her life. Still, clearly the end of a marriage, even the long-term one I had, did not mean the end of romance. Life is about second and even third chances, and success can result from how you process challenges and failure and how you're able to move forward. And you know what? I like happy endings. So I'm going to give you one. The dating experiences I've mentioned tonight ended almost 2 years ago. This June 17th will mark the 2-year anniversary of my having met my current girlfriend Gail on an online dating site, and our romance continues to blossom. Now I just have to focus on not messing things up. But that's a whole other set of challenges. Speaking of which, I'm pleased to inform you that I can now actually change a tire, balance a checkbook, and cook a meal. Still learning how to unclog a drain, though. Baby steps. Thank you.